everybody, it's me, Player Gripes. Hey everybody, it's me, what's going on? What if I could just do that for a whole thing? Just to get through the whole thing. Just don't even tell anyone, like, don't even address it. Okay, anyways, have had a hiatus in recording, did the power level video. I did that because the other one took off, and I figured, well, the other one was shit. It went viral, so I knew the other one wasn't going to do as well. But I figured, you know, if you guys actually want to see me make a video and just have it be a legit video, then I'll just make a legit video and we'll see what happens. So I did that one time, but it took so long because it was just really, it was well produced. It was well produced for me. So it just took a while. Okay, so Freela's been having adventures off screen that you've probably been seeing here. Finally got here. I figured it would, I knew that it would take me at least more than one try because I could not remember the timing on how exactly to get off this thing. I knew you had to drop off the staircase almost immediately. And we're looking at the staircase, not her bum. So it did take me one try. And she also had other adventures along the way. But now we're here. So no need to worry about that. Okay. Let's see what's in the magic chest of mystery. It's not going to be an Avalon this time. It's got to be something even more special. Oh, actually, it was something special. Huh. Kirk shit. Guess he fell down here and trapped himself in a chest. That poor man. Alright. Now, on the list of things to do today. Maybe. Kill Seath. And that's pretty much it. It's the only thing that we actually need to do. Is murder Seath. Oh, wait, I forgot. We actually have to, we have to go talk to Logan, because I bought all of his smelly magic. It smelled. So now I have all his smelly magic in my inventory, which should drive him absolutely insane. He doesn't really say anything. It doesn't matter. This is not a lore playthrough anyways, so it doesn't really matter. He doesn't say anything important whenever you're buying the shit. It's like, ooh, you like magic. I like selling magic. I like to masturbate to magic, and so forth and so on. So, let's... Oh, right, the arrow guy. So let's see what he's got to say.
Oh, hello there. Where have you been? Time is a resource. Let's delve in.
So he's still sane.
The tomes stored in these...
We'll talk to him a bit. Right, I say.
A great pool superior wisdom and an unquenchable desire for the truth.
Oh, he's so smart.
Had an unsound fixation. But his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands.
Dark Souls is so stupid.
I certainly bear no activity for that wonderful scale.
That's fascinating. Tell me more all about it.
The tomes stored in these...
Oh, truly, it's never I guess. It's an antipathy. I guess very well. Okay. Alright, got that out of the way. I wonder where that guy went. I don't care. Okay. So, a few patch notes today. Oh, I think I'm in a mood today. I think I am. A few patch notes, though. Gotta get this to reset so that he'll go crazy. One thing that I can mention in my notes here. Did I say patch notes? I don't know. Is that some people were saying that intelligence is learned knowledge, not necessarily, like, how smart you are. There we go, okay. I knew I was forgetting something. Is that, you guys were saying that it was learned knowledge and not necessarily just raw intelligence. That is not true, because whenever you ask characters to teach you magic in Souls games, they will often say, I can't do that for you, because you're too stupid. The implication is that your character is so dumb, it's like a Fallout game. You're rolling so low that they recognize, oh, holy shit, he is too stupid to learn this. So yes, it is not just learned, memorized knowledge. It has something to do with actual intelligence. So, sorry, your pet headcanon falls apart. I'm right, yet again. Magic Hero Wood wins again. If only I could be smarter. If we could only be as smart as Logan.
Time is a resource.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Go crazy! Go crazy! Maybe I have to defeat Seath or something, I don't know. Go crazy. Alright. As people have noticed, whenever I was thinking about getting the Blighttown key or whatever, it's been 2 weeks, I don't fucking remember. But people were commenting on that. Yeah, you can get to Blighttown via the... Attack didn't come out. Button's still broken! You can get to Blighttown via the Black Knight pathway. Like if you go down through the parish, into the woods, over the river, and go down the path, past the little crystal lizard, down to where the grass crest shield is. You can get to it that way. So that is a viable path. I never really think about it because I never go that way. Because, you know, why would I if I had the master key? You get, not too many people mention this, but you can also, in theory, get over there by killing poor... what's his name? Ingward. You can kill poor Ingward and get the key that way. And then drain Nulando and get out to the Valley of Dregs using that method. Although, not in our case, because if you do that... How come nothing's coming over here? Huh. Oh, yeah, that's right. They didn't do that this way this time. Okay, here we go. But you can do that, but not in this particular playthrough because of the randomization mod. Which means everything is fucked, so he probably wouldn't drop that one way or the other. But you can't get that way through the Black Knight thing. Okay. Hey, guys. People wanted to... I didn't kill all those guys. I didn't give them murder and have them keep the murder in their bodies to store. Some people wanted to say, wouldn't it be funny if you could see them all running after you? It's not really that funny. You really have to gather them all up ahead of time, or else the humor is lost. So, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to handle this. There are a few items here. They're going to be a pain in the ass to get. Mainly because I'm going to have a throng of giant crystal men with chiseled hard bodies chasing after me at all times. Which, you know, usually that's an impetus for most things in life, I would say. So, we're going to have one or two troubles. So sparkly. I wonder if they really intended for this area to be like, oh, it's so beautiful. The players will love to be here because of its raw beauty. Now I wonder, oh, there they are. They're coming. They're coming hard and they're coming raw. I wonder if he's going to try to jump down here. I got just anticipating one of those things just rocketing out from nowhere and hitting me. Are they actually going to come all the way down? This is one of the problems with the vertical area in the aggression mod. Is that you pretty much just attract everything. Oh, there he goes. Is he going to come this way? He's still angry. He came down here by accident, but that doesn't quelch his anger. Aw, come on now. There's no fun to be had there. It's been a while since I've used a quick roll build, so I'm kind of out of wax with it. And we haven't gotten to the point where we have the final Ember, so I can't upgrade shit all the way just yet. This might be the last episode of this, where I'm having to use all the twinkling weapons and boss weapons and so forth and so on. So hopefully we can get through this shit and we can actually finish off Seath, because Seath, I believe you get the Ember for killing him. I think. Really? Are you gonna pull this shit? The aggression mod's on. You really gonna pull this shit? Okay. Well, I guess I can always try to roll off. He must be scripted. He must be hard scripted or something. There you go. Who's a good boy? Not you. You're a bad boy. Bad boy, what you gonna do? Really? 2 hits? Wow. Even the crystal lizards are badasses. Okay. Do I even dare You know, I know good and well that I'm going to get slammed by something in the process of... Oh. I saw that. We all saw that, didn't we? Yes, we did. Oh, dare I? Dare I make you watch this? Yes. Yeah, I dare. Yes. This is what is going to happen. I'll probably die in the process of actually doing this. Because it has been a while since I have done this stupid maze. I remember what it looks like, but I don't remember the exact path or anything like that. They're not very useful, are they? Really, just watching the little folly dealies is probably more useful. So one's there. Okay. So I guess I should actually get into my show notes. But I also should not die horribly. Now, it does veer off here. But let's go ahead and place one here. I can see, it goes up there. Gotta be super careful, though. Because you can and will die most terribly. Just like that. Yes, sir. It's gonna be another adventure. It's gonna be an adventurous day today. Alright, I guess I should actually concentrate and, like, do stuff. Actually, hold on real fast. I need more prism stones. Let's manufacture some prism stones, shall we? It's been a while since I've had to do this. There we go. I bought 99 of them. Wow. Freeland sure is wealthy. Okay, let's go. Alright, Jonathan says, it's one of these comments where it's like 15 paragraphs. By the way, guys, if you're gonna leave a comment... Because there's been a few where I'll start reading it and like, yeah, and then I'll click read more, and then it's so long that it actually encompasses the entire page. And I would actually have to scroll down to read the whole thing. I do not have time to read your book. Now, I sympathize with the whole too long didn't read thing. Especially this day and age. Like, people were complaining about the power level video being too long. Which to me is insane. Because it's content. The whole purpose of watching a YouTube video is to waste time. And you're complaining about it wasting your time. Even though the entire length of the video is also entertainment. It's like going into a movie and sitting down in a theater and going, well, it's been 5 minutes, I gotta go. It's stupid. Why even complain about that? Whatever. Especially, like, I guess some modern kids with their fucking iPads and their light brights or whatever. Or just fucking like that. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's wrong with today's youth. I enjoy doing that. So I sympathize, but condense your thoughts, guys. Condense your thoughts. Wait, what? Is he just gone? Is that a one-time enemy? I can't remember. I always ignore him, for the most part. No. I always ignore him, so it doesn't really matter. Well, anyways... I knew there's one more. I couldn't remember if there was 2 more. Looks like there's only 3 of them? Oh well. They give you 1 soul, too. Amazing. Alright. But... Jonathan. In his many paragraphs, which I summarized in like 2 things. It's not even a sentence. I said that Jonathan says... Using a shield to block... Oh, he had an idea. Using a shield to block reduces your maximum stamina, and rolling after your hit, recovers some damage. Sort of like a Bloodborne mechanic. Oh, I've got to get into the mindset to actually disagree with people and talk about things today. Okay. Some obvious problems with things... It's one of these things where people always have suggestions sort of like this. And there's always, like, minor, like, just basic issues with it that people don't really think about. Uh, First off, as far as blocking goes, blocking reducing your maximum stamina, that's not a good idea because one, you're still punishing people for using your system, which is not good. Another is after you blocked a few hits, basically your entire stamina bar is completely useless at that point. So why would you... Why do I even lay down these things? You know, I should just fucking run through this. I should just run until it works. She already lost all the... It doesn't matter. I already spent all those souls on Logan anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Let's just fucking run. Fuck the Prism Stones. I'll just guess. I'll just fucking guess where they are. But yeah, reducing your maximum stamina is not a good idea. Like you saw what happened with Demon Souls, or most of the Souls games, with reducing your maximum health. People either eventually... It turns out it's sort of like 3, where you don't even view your health bar as being reduced. Especially in a game in which you're supposed to be dying. Like, it's supposed to be part of the learning process, right? People view that reduction as being a natural state. Like having half health or whatever in Demon Souls. People consider that to be normal. And if you go human, then you're getting more health. Like, it depends on what your viewpoint is, right? And in 3, they kind of rolled with that of, oh no, you're not being penalized. You're embering up. You're getting more health. You know, they did the same sort of trick. So with the max stamina thing, it's gonna be like, assuming that you put a cap on it. Like even if you block and it reduces one of your maximum stamina, like we have 160 now, which is a pretty substantial amount. Like it's not huge or anything, but it's more than good enough. 160. If you do that, you can take 160 hits before you just don't have stamina. And it's not like your stamina is going to be worth anything if it's down to like 30 or something. Or, you know, just sort of that region. It's just going to be a useless system at that point. You don't do that. Where the hell am I? Ooh. It's way over there, huh? No wonder I fell off. There, my precious one extra soul that I got. The rolling after a hit thing, after people already really do that. If I can focus, I'll talk more about this. Right there. I'm actually looking at the distant ones. Dun, dun. Really, over the... Oh, no, that's the V. This thing actually goes in a V. Look at that. Look at that shit. I was considering just running straight forward. But it goes in a V. There's like a little jaggedy thing right here, but it otherwise is like a big check mark. It's really strange. Death. That's how fucking close I was. I hate this thing. It's gonna take forever, and I guarantee you that this shit is just gonna be some useless garbage. What the hell's going on? How come it's like this? I don't remember it taking this path like this. Weird. Okay, but people already do that. Whatever you... Let me just ignore you for a second, but... The general rule of this is you have to look at what your goal is in terms of giving players defensive options. Like, what component are you trying to encourage? Like with Bloodborne's idea behind the regain system, they were trying to encourage aggression, which didn't exactly work the way that they intended it to. I do not remember this shit. I don't remember it doing this, and it's really confusing me. I'm really confused. This is so strange. It shouldn't be doing this. It is going in a V, it's just way tighter than I remember it. Okay, let me stop for a second. I'm getting really distracted because I'm having to concentrate so hard on doing this shit. But with your taking a hit after damage thing, there's no real player agency in that. Like, the player takes a hit, of course they're going to be mashing B trying to get out of it. So it's not like they exhibited some form of... See, look at that. It's not like they exhibited some massive form of skill. What the fuck? It's not like they exhibited any massive form of skill in mashing out B to try to get away from being hit after they got hit. People already do that naturally as a sort of a natural consequence. God, this thing... This is just the worst. Are you fucking serious? I really do not remember it being this shape, but whatever. I do know it's straight on from here, though. Okay. This better be worth it. This better not be a fucking Soul of a Proud Knight. Well, it's on the same upgrade path. Okay, fuck me, I guess. Let's just try to get back on track. But yeah, well, whatever. What part of the player agency are you trying to encourage? By the way, this whole invisible path thing was not a good idea. Like, I get that they were being cute and, oh, isn't it amazing and mystical that you figured this out? But really, it's just kind of annoying. It's one of those things in game design where it works one time, maybe. Probably not, but in theory it works one time, but once the player's experienced it once, then it just no longer means anything to them. Or it becomes a nuisance if you have to do it and you know that it's there. Yeah, they probably should not have done that. But anyways. Alright, but as far as defensive systems go, what are you trying to encourage? With the current state of rolling, since we were discussing that, I would say that because of the nature of how rolls work, it's kind of falling apart in that regard. Because it's getting where, like, you can just do this. In 3, it's even worse. You can do it even faster than this, as far as rolling goes. So, the player is not really being punished or rewarded for anything, necessarily. It's just, there's a button on your controller that gives you iframes, and you can just smash it out as much as you want, but you're restricted by stamina. I don't think there's much logic to... I don't think there's much logic in the reward-punishment system, as far as that defensive thing goes. Kind of the same deal as with shields and whatnot. It's just, it's not a very realized system. If I can stop and think. If you, for example, like we were talking about, if you remove iframes from rolling, which I kind of ultimately decided is probably a bad idea if you're going to have rolls at all. Let's say it this way. Let's say you don't have rolls. Instead, you only have blocking, right? In that case, if you're encouraging people to only block, you have to develop that system. So what is it about this system of blocking that you're trying to instill in the player as being of value, as far as their personal agency goes? And in the case of blocking, it might be an enemy rushes at you, but the timing is really tight, like it's a parry system. Like there's like 5 frames where you can actually dodge, or block successfully. Because that's your only defensive system. So in that case, your agency is your quick timing, your ability to respond in a very accurate manner. Like, that's the agency behind that system. Or you could change it so that there's actually a huge wind-up on your block, so that it takes quite a while for that... I wonder if I can probably demonstrate this. Hold on. Because I think the Havel shield... It can be like this, where there's a wind-up to the animation. And it isn't until you reach this state that the shield is actually functioning. And in this case, instead of it being about timing, it is now about preparation. It's about actually being mindful of your surroundings. So your agency has changed just from that one little bit of alteration as far as frame information goes. I need to get this. This guy's gonna be an asshole about it. I might be able to just jump down. Well, I got it. This is kind of impressive, actually. It actually canceled out my animation of picking it up because he did that jump attack. Which actually he should not have done. Because if you think about it, even if I wasn't running all the mods and everything, like, there's no way that a player could have reacted to that. That goes hand in hand with this conversation. There was no agency there. I literally had no chance whatsoever of dodging that. If he chose to use that big leap attack, which he did. Which is kind of shitty of him. Huh, there's no way around that. That was kind of weird. Maybe if you use an alluring skull or something, but that's a very specific thing. I guess you could have gone the other way. Maybe that's what they wanted. Because there is another invisible path. Maybe that's... I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they wanted, but that's... I've never thought too much of the placement of that particular enemy, but, you know, whatever. Let's see. But yeah, as far as agency goes. Now, the problem with that thing that you were talking about specifically, like rolling after being hit, it doesn't really require any agency on the player's part, because they know when they've been hit. Ooh, that was magical. They know when they've been hit, so it's not like it's difficult to do that. And, like, I get your rationale that in martial combat, like any form of training, you're taught that the only time that you ever need to roll is whenever you actually took a hit, and you're just trying to roll... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. When you're trying to roll to mitigate that damage. Actually, hold on. Let me do something special for you guys. Let me do something really special. Let's be special for like a split second. Yeah, that's really special. You guys just chill out there for a bit. Wow. Those butterflies are pissed off. Okay, that was less special than I wanted it to be. Let's do that to the golems for fun. Because that probably won't elicit as much pure unadulterated butterfly-based rage. But it will be close. But yeah, as far as the agency and everything goes. Rolling after being hit, as far as video games go, does not really have any agency. What you're doing is you're applying actual real-world logic to it and trying to force that application of that knowledge. Even though it doesn't really have the same place. Hold on. Boop. There we go. See, this is what we've been dealing with all this time. They are so fucking angry, too. Son of a bitch! They can do it in midair. Okay. I'm gonna kill all these fuckers. I don't care. I do not care if I die in the process of doing this again. I didn't expect them to use that midair, though. It doesn't really make any sense that... not only that they could use it midair, but they could also hit me with it as a ground-based move. But it's a video game. Whoop. Now you precious little darlings, you come back over here again. There we go. Look at him. Spamming that shit like a bunch of cowards. I'm on to your tricks. It's weird that some of them look like they're taller than the rest of them. They're kind of forming a nice little flower motif, aren't they? So beautiful. So angry. I really don't like that some of you guys can move. Then I'm having to actually dodge this shit. And I think I might not actually even be able to hit them this way. Which is most unfortunate. Gentlemen, you have aggrieved me. Let's get you in a... I shouldn't have done this on a hill. Let's do it right here. There we go. Oh, you ladies are looking good now. Okay, but yeah. As far as the agency and everything goes, you have to look at what exactly it is that your defensive mechanic is trying to encourage or discourage. Like a problem that I was thinking about yesterday, actually. as I was sort of preparing for this episode, was the parry mechanic, because I was thinking about blocking and the application of parries because of the timing window and such. And I started thinking about Bloodborne's parry mechanic and how that's a good example of... In Bloodborne, it was very common to see an enemy, they would start to attack you, you would time it perfectly, and Dark Souls 3 sort of does this too. And Dark Souls 2 also sometimes does this. God's sakes. But you will attack them, or you'll parry them, but their attack will go through your parry, even though your parry actually connects. And as a result, you will take damage. Even though, bastard. And you will take damage, even though you actually successfully parried them. I wonder if I can hit them this one. Oh, I can. Look at that. Actually, I have use for this stupid thing. All swinging up into the air. Up into heaven. Freeload, you're so beautiful. Is that a bitch? Guy's an asshole. This one dude's an asshole. So, the reason why they did that, I assume, is because in Bloodborne, you can parry by, you can actually parry with a, with a gun. Like, that's how you parry in Bloodborne. So you can parry at range, in theory. So I kind of imagine the reason why the window is so tight is because they recognize, well, if it's too liberal, then players will be able to parry a bit too easily, and they were afraid that it would start dominating the game. Like, I imagine that's probably what happened. But the fact that you can do that you're punished in that way for using the parry system at all, I would argue is a problem as far as the agency of the player goes. Because you end up just being discouraged from using the system at all. It's sort of like the regain system in Bloodborne as well. The regain system was meant to try to encourage aggression. That was their thought as far as designing the agency of the system goes, their defensive systems. But are you alive still? You look like you're alive, but I can't target you. Are you alive? He might be alive. But the regain system eventually just stops working. Yeah, they were alive. Really? Dude, these guys are such cocksuckers. Not even like a sexual way, just like a submissive way. Like they're bitches. They're someone else's bitch. So they just suck cock all day. With their big crystal no mouths. God, you guys are such fucking assholes. Why do they put so many... Like, I get the lore thing. But why do they choose to put so many of you down here? Okay. Vengeance complete, I guess. Hilarity achieved, no doubt. Let's kill you two for old time's sake. Why was I vacuuming monsters into a big pile in the first place? Oh, that's right. I wanted to collect that item. That's what it was. Bloodborne's regain system eventually stops working because the amount of health that you actually recover from it is not substantial, and of course it can't be, because if it actually was substantial, then you could just face fuck everything and there would be no player agency. You just run up to enemies, and even if you took hits, as long as it wasn't one hit shotting you, you just keep attacking and regain all the health from it. And the only way that you could conceivably get around it, I guess, is if you had, like if enemies had just shit tons of health, I guess? But anyway, point being, there's no way the system is really going to work that way. You have to have the regain amount of health that you get back be not really that substantial, which they did correctly. But the problem comes into play where enemies start dealing almost your entire health bar and damage later in the game. And they also have lots of poise. So even though you get hit by an enemy and you probably get rocketed backwards and you lose your own poise, Sure, you can get back in there and regain some health, but that puts you at way, way more risk than actually just healing would actually get you. And that's also probably where a lot of the problems with the health vial farming shit started happening too. Okay, yeah, there's not much left, I guess. Just the fucking clams. I don't seem to remember there being any other items aside from, I guess, what the moonlight butterflies actually drop. I'll try to run straight. It's kind of hard to tell where the hell I am. Okay. So I think that the regain system actually I have no problem with. It's just that I don't think it was implemented particularly well. Because I think that the developers made some errors in judgment in regards to how the agency of the player needs to be sort of weighed against the enemies in the game. Now all these guys are going to be super angry the moment that I step out here. Either I have to run past them completely. Got two of them. Shit. That is not what I wanted. And they're going to have a shitload of health. They're so clacky and menacing. Such naughty clams. Damn it. Okay, let's try to heal. No, don't you dare. Maybe if I can keep him staggered. No, no, no. There we go, okay. God. So the regain system eventually just starts breaking down because enemies deal too much damage and there's no real benefit to try to use the regain system. Plus there's a lot of more granular details about how the enemies had certain attack animations that were a bit too aggressive, they were a bit too fast in some cases. They attacked too often. Like there's all sorts of little minor things that did not sort of go together that well with how the regain system was supposed to work. Are you guys just not gonna... Is it because they're facing the other direction? I can't remember. I think this one isn't. It's super weird that they're not aggroing to me. There's another one in the corner that I'm trying to avoid. Maybe they're like scripted so that unless this other one fires out, maybe if I can... No, they're not going to respond the sound either. I have to be really careful doing this. If I'm going to take this slow and easy. Oh, Fog Hat, come to my aid. Really? Come on. Are we really doing this shit? Where the enemies are, like, the enemies are just straight up cheating. Fine, okay, alright. Alright, the other one didn't aggro either. God. Like, see, this is sort of what I'm talking about. Notice what I'm doing here. You're probably going to call me a hypocrite for doing it in the first place. But I can see that, like, I hit them, and if I don't stun them, I immediately roll backwards to disengage. I would consider that to be sort of a minor abuse of this system. Because you're sort of rewarding the player for being a coward. Like, every time something doesn't go their way perfectly, they just disengage. And it's a free disengage. So I would consider that to be sort of a minor failure of the system. So he can hear me. You bastard. I heard little clacking noises. I could have swore the other one. I knew it! Fucking knew it! Where'd you come from? Gotta concentrate. Yeah, concentrate. Don't you fucking dare. Ah, son of a bitch. that dumb little pokey attack they have that has, like, almost no frames of startup that you can't avoid. If they choose to use it, they choose to use it. Well, there's nothing in that area. I guess I can just run through it. I wanted to actually clear it out so I could talk, though. I could always vacuum it, but that kind of defeats the purpose of doing this playthrough, I guess. Cheer me up, Magellan. Thanks, Magellan. No problem! Alright. So, there's a lot to be said about that in regards to what you're trying to encourage or discourage. I actually made a note for myself after this. I had an idea while I was sitting here thinking about it. I did a better job of thinking of solutions whenever I was off camera than I'm certainly doing now, because I'm having to concentrate too much. But I wrote down for myself, me, as an idea. This is just an idea that I had that I didn't develop too much, but it was an idea. Maybe make dodging have a wind-up, so that a quick dodge reduces damage, sort of like what Jonathan was talking about. Like, in other words, like this. Doesn't actually have any iframes to it, but it does mitigate damage, sort of like using a shield that has, like, I don't know, like an 85% reduction. You would have to balance it, but you get the idea. So that would reduce damage. But if you hold it up, then it's sort of a... like, whenever you hold the button in this game, you're just going to do that. But it would be sort of like a... this is going to sound weird, but it might have sort of the same timing as a Sonic spin dash. As in, you would hold it up, there would be like a short window of... like your player sort of crouching or whatever, and then they would have a dash. Where they would actually cover a lot more distance than this covers, but they would have iframes to it. So that would be a way of sort of mitigating that problem of the dodge is now more of an approach thing. Like you've changed the dodge from being a reactionary, oh no, I'm about to be hit sort of thing. Like it's still there, but it just reduces damage rather than just being a free, get out of damage free thing. But it also has the other functionality of being an approach tool to try to encourage people to be more aggressive. That they have this ability to completely nullify damage entirely, but maybe... like, you can't direct yourself whenever you're dashing forward like that, so you actually have to make a good decision. That'd be one way of sort of trying to change how the personal agency of the player works in regards to dodging, without actually removing the iframes entirely. But your enemies in that game would also have to support that. So if you have... like, if you had this problem of having lots of enemies, like too many enemies at the same time, then that system might fall apart. If you had enemies that had lots of poise, lots of health, they deal tons of damage or whatever, then dodging might also not quite work the same way. You would just have to look at it. There's so many different factors. Like, this is one of the things that people don't think about, but not only do you have to design your game to have a good defensive system, but the enemies in your game that you're expected to fight also have to be able to work within that system. Like if you have dodging in your game, then you don't want to have a bunch of enemies that have giant AoE attacks that just linger in the entire area. Like if you see, like, this, Moonlight, this one. Moonlight Butterfly. Let's say that you have an enemy like this, and it sees you from, like, over there, and from that point on, it just makes this giant cone explosion around itself all the time. Like, it sees you from over there, and your only attack is a melee attack, and it just creates this big field around itself. But you have your dodge. So, even if you dodge, hold on. Like, you dodge, and you just keep doing that towards this enemy, you would still either be stun-locked, or you would take damage along the way. So, your enemies are working against your system, because there's nothing to dodge. It's just... it's technically a dodge, but it's actually just a damage mitigation system. And there's no real agency behind it because it's something that you have to do, and it's kind of brain dead as far as its application goes. You have to design your enemy so that it actually works within whatever defensive system that you created for yourself. And some games do that better than others, blah, blah, blah. The other part of my notes that I wrote... oh wait, I didn't do that. I was about to say something about shields as far as making that work with the same thing, but another thing that you could do is have the same sort of deal work with shields, which I think I've actually mentioned before, the idea that they could also have wind up and have that same sort of functionality. But it could be in reverse. Like if you're designing a system like that, you can make it so that your dodge is just a mitigation tool. But your long dodge, your dash or whatever, is your actual iframe tool that you use to get through basically an infinite amount of damage. It doesn't matter. And it allows you to move across the terrain very quickly, but it locks you into one path. And it might even have like a... might even have a delay. Like whenever you finally stop, like you screech to a halt or something, and you kind of just linger there for about, I don't know, like a quarter of a second or something, has aftercast to it or something. And your shields could be the reverse of that, where the shield is something that works with quick timing and has full mitigation as long as your timing is good. But it freezes you in place, obviously, unlike a dodge. But if you have a sort of longer sort of wind-up, then it goes into damage mitigation only. Like, it's just flip-flopped. But anyways, you guys get that. It's just something to consider. I don't know if that actually would work in Souls games or another entirely different game or whatever, but, you know, it's something. Okay, what's my plan here? Oh god, I forgot. I've got to get Seath's tail. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Let me tell you guys before we even move in here. Getting Seath's tail is one of the biggest pains in the ass in the entire game. I think I even mentioned this in my other playthrough. Whenever you first meet Seath, whenever you either break his crystal or you get him to break it because he's stupid, then he has this one-time only animation of being stunned where you can run behind him, and if you have enough damage, you should be able to actually cut his tail off. If you don't get that, then he doesn't have that anymore. He doesn't have that prolonged stun anymore. So he'll just start rotating constantly, and you'll basically almost never have a chance to hit his tail ever again. So this is one of those things where I'm probably going to have to get it right the first time, or else I'm just not going to get it. And I have no idea what his tail... Actually, hold on, let me check. Because I'm going to be super fucking angry if it turns out that it's... I don't know, like, if it turns out that his tail holds like an incredibly vital item or something. Let me actually just check. Ooh, that was weird. That that was Bandicam. I recognize that. That was, yep, I saw it. This Bandicam creating two files for God knows what reason. Asshole. There must be some sort of quick thing, like Control F or something is doing that. Let me actually search. There's after. Really? Oh wait, tailcut. Here it is. Ah, shit. Well, it's not that important. But Seath's tail cut is actually the flame ember, the large flame ember too, which isn't really vital in this playthrough, but it's kind of shitty not to have it. Like if he dies, then it goes with it. That's one of the main problems with this randomization mod thing, is sometimes items that are not necessarily key items, but are incredibly vital, can be placed into areas in which it is completely unrealistic that you should ever be able to actually attain them. Well, let's watch Dick Weasel here. See what he has to say. Which actually, that flame member complaint can go hand in hand with the next question that I have to read off. Blind, no legs, scaleless, bitch, etc. Hello to you too, Seath. Alright, come over here. I usually try to get him to do it, because in my head that gives me a little bit more time. And he can destroy his own crystal, which he just did. Oh, fuck. Great! Great! That's why I wanted to kill the clams. Guess what, clams? You're getting vaxxed. I might even vax Seath for the hell of it. Won't that be fun? Won't we all have a grand time? You know, that's what I should do. I should vac him and then just hack his tail off and then release him or something. Actually, he'll probably be too high up in the air. Magellan, I have no time for your nonsense. I am very serious right now. Okay, but next question. Pizza Pasta says, Dear Plague, blah, 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 blah. Millions lines of dialogue. How do you feel about split damage weapons? Either innately or through Ascension and Fusion in Souls games. Which I found to be kind of a funny weapon, because I imagine that anyone that even hears this question that is used to me talking is automatically going to know the answer to this question, or what I'm going to say in general. What the fuck is that little dot over there? Like right there. What is that? Weird. They're probably going to know instantly, because one of my pet peeves in Souls games is how the upgrade system doesn't do anything and is just a glorified Excel spreadsheet. Of you have this stat line. What is the optimal damage range for your weapon? Like, do you go magic or do you go enchanted? You know, that sort of thing. It doesn't do anything. Like, there's no actual decision. It's just a matter of number crunching to see which one is the correct answer. It's a stupid system. It's just a lazy way to try to make the game seem more in-depth than it actually is. Like, there's no actual depth to the upgrade system. It's just choosing what is correct. It's just nothing. It's just fucking nothing. So, split damage sort of goes hand in hand with that complaint. Of, sure, I mean, it exists. But, like, whenever people say things like, oh, yeah, I love split damage, it's my favorite thing, or, you know, like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's your favorite. Like, this big number is my favorite. What the fuck are you talking about? It's the same goddamn thing. It's still a fucking number. Like, it's my favorite whenever I get 80 damage instead of 82. What are you talking about? It doesn't fucking mean anything. Let me actually... That Moonlight Butterfly is going to be super angry about this, but it must be done. Nope, 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 don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay. That puts them over there. I wonder if Seath got tangled inside of that. I don't know. I don't really care either. Yep, he did. There he is. Hi, Seath. Are you going to be a good boy? He's not going to be a good boy. I wonder what would happen. I wonder what would happen if... Hold on. Did that put his tail in a place where I can actually reach? Probably not. Those Moonlight Butterflies are the biggest obstacle right now. That would hold him in place. See, he's trying to rotate like a bitch. He's trying to do it. Come here, you delicious tail. Oh, God. Can't reach it. Okay, tell you what, hold on. I do not care. Watch how little of a shit I give about this playthrough. He's cheating you. Shitty man. I'm such a shitty man. For cheating like a shitty person. Freelid, you monster. Gotta get rid of those Moonlight Butterflies, though. Okay. I see you in there, you fucking clams. Trying to hide in Seath's body. How dare you? How dare you? I'm probably enjoying this a bit more than I should. But anyways, to answer your question. How many more of those fucking things are left, I wonder? Well, there's Seath. He has half health left. That's fair. That's fair, right? I think that's fair. I heard that. One of you fuckers is still in there. Look at that. Ought to be ashamed of yourself. That wasn't Seath's health bar at all. He was impersonating Seath. Look at it. There's more of them. Can't believe this. Ridiculous. Honestly. Okay, this is... Wait. He has full health? Did he not destroy his own crystal? Maybe it's because he's out of the boss room. Actually, I might not even be able to actually cut his tail off if that's the case. Does give us a nice chance to look at his ass, though. Look at this. There's not even really anything going on down here. There's not even a cloaca. Man, Seath, you got it raw, didn't you? There's no pleasure in life at all. Alright, let's see. What's a good place for you? Let's put you here. Okay. Nope. Still did not put him in a good place. Wanted access to that delicious tail. I think if I actually push him over here this way, it might elevate him too much. Can't believe those fucking clams. Okay. Which direction did you... You faced the wrong direction again. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm trying to do you a favor, and you won't even cooperate. Tell you are just being such a treasure right now. Oh well, I guess I'll bring you back into his precious boss room and let him go. I just wanted to have a bit of fun with him. Although this is going to make it super confusing. Yeah, he never broke his crystal. He never even did that. This. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. It resets. I forgot about that. Oh, come on now. It's like he's angry about something. I can't even tell where the hell I even am. Okay, are you going to destroy your own thing, or... No, it's definitely gone. Oh, shut up. Okay. But yeah, to generally answer your question about split damage, I do not have a high opinion of split damage. So it's kind of weird that you would even ask me such a question. Now he does this shit. See? How he just fucking rotates out of it? That's what I fucking hate about fighting Seath. Trying to get his goddamn tail. He just does this shit over and over again. And in addition to that, you also have to inflict a certain amount of damage to his tail, which I could swear sometimes actually regenerates. Oh, move your other fucking tendril, you dumb chuckle fuck. Can't stand doing this. It's one of the most hated things in the... I hate tail cuts. I fucking hate tail cuts. Stupid Monster Hunter bullshit. Can't stand it when people... Oh, I wish tail cuts were back. I love the challenge. Shut up. It's one of those things where I have no tolerance at all for anyone that has an opposing opinion to mine in regards to that. Tail cuts are just the fucking worst. There's nothing fun about them. They're just fucking obnoxious. Anytime that the game tells you, here's a boss encounter, you can fight them any number of ways. But wait! There's an item that you can get, which means that you have to fight them this specific way and no other way. And you're like, but I want that item. So the game tells you, oh, well, I guess you have to do it this way only. That's what I hate about it. The fact that it completely restricts every element of the fight from that point forward. For really no reason. There's no real reason to do that. It's just an asshole thing. Just the cuteness of, ooh, there's a thing in his tail. Ooh. That's the only value of it. That's the only reason why you would do that. If you want to, like, even some people say, well, what if you just don't put it in their tail and you just have to beat them a specific way? It's the same thing. It's the same goddamn problem. You don't do that. You don't have a boss and say you can approach this enemy from any angle that you want to. But there's a special item that you can get nowhere else in the game, or even if it's super rare, like a Titanite slab or something. And you'll get a special item, but only if you do it in a very specific way that has been carefully legislated by the developer. You don't do that. It makes the boss fight shitty. It makes the encounter shitty. Whenever you're wrangled into doing something a specific way, it's just not any fun. You don't do that. I've got to make a term. I've got to invent a term for this. Because it happens all the time. But whenever video game players notice something about the design of a game that doesn't really work well, it exists, it doesn't really work well, but there's this I'm having them put down my controller. There's this moment of bargaining that players always go through. Like, you can think of your own example. This happens all the time. Where there's something the developers did. It was shitty and stupid and short-sighted. But the players think, well, there's no way they're going to get rid of it. Or, I don't know what it is. But sometimes, even if the developers say, yeah, we can get rid of it, the players will go, no, no! Even if the player hates the system, they're still like, no, don't get rid of it. I want to keep everything because I'm an idiot. Or whatever it is. And they will go through this process of bargaining where they try to rationalize... Let's just fucking do this again. Where they try to rationalize what to do with the system. Like, they'll try to make minor alterations while keeping the core intact, even if the core was not worth keeping in the first place. Speaking of... Actually, I didn't need to do that. I forgot. The fog keeps them out from that point forward. Alright, dickhole. Let's do this again. Let me try to get around your... Oh my god, will you get out of the way of your own body? Like, look at this! How can you not tell me this is the shittiest thing? But this is the reason why I want a term for people like this. Or this process that people go through. Can't even see what the hell you're even doing. I can't even tell what the hell's even going on. This is why I cannot stand the tail cut system. It is the fucking worst. Calamite is gonna be even worse than this. Seath is just a matter of he's really glitchy and the arena is kind of shitty. And you can't tell what the hell's even going on. Do it. Do it! Okay. You can't even tell what's going on. It's more just a matter of it being awkward. But Calamite, I mean, you have plenty of space. You can see what you're doing, but he only has, I think, 2 animations in the entire game that he can actually use that actually exposes his tail so that you can actually strike it in the first place. And the funny thing is about the tail cut system in this game is you can actually do nothing but tail hits. Like, you can hit their tail exclusively. And actually kill them before their tail will even cut. Because there seems to be... I don't know what it is. It might be that you're not hitting it cleanly dead on, and you're actually hitting their actual model instead of the tail cut model or whatever. But you can actually kill the boss in the process of hitting only their tail, if you take too long. It's like you have to do burst damage. I don't want to say that the tail regenerates its own internal health points or something. It doesn't make any sense to me. But that's just part of the problem. But anyway, chat, players have this tendency of this bargaining. I really need to come up with a term for it. But it is bargaining. It's like they're bargaining with no one, too. It's not like the developer's listening and going, oh, yeah. It's just impossible to have a conversation with people online as far as that goes. Oh, the guy down there died at some point from all the vacuuming that was going on. Yeah, let's be a stupid asshole and just use it right here. No, no. Wonder if any of them will fall off. No, 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 don't come after me. I was just kidding. I was just kidding about the Solvac. Yeah, players will often go through this process of trying to bargain with no one. And they will try to adjust the system instead of just getting rid of the system. Which I can sort of appreciate the idea of not just completely abandoning an idea entirely. But whenever it's something this stupid that obviously has so many problems, just get rid of it. Like, you can't apply the logic of don't abandon the system entirely to every single system that's ever existed. Like, you should try to retain something if it has value. But this tailcut shit, it doesn't have any value. There is no value to it. It's just a dumb, pointless system that exists only to be cute. Oh, wasn't it adorable that we put something inside of his tail? And that's it. That's the only reason why you do it. I guess we're just going to have to abandon this thing. I don't know. I can always just drop it for myself. I don't need it. It's just shitty that it's there. And plus it gives me a chance to exhibit just how awful this system is. And I'm sure there's going to be one dumb asshole in the comments. I didn't have a problem. I get it the first time, every time. I'm a god. I'm the Christ of Dark Souls. One of these people. You know these people, the people in the comments. Like, they're like 4chan posters. Everything was just right whenever they did it. Whenever you ask them to show proof of it, like, show me some video of you playing the game. Oh, no, I don't need proof. I don't need proof because you're just stupid. You're smelly. Like, they never actually need to prove that what they're saying is true. Just in their heads. In their heads, it was just right. You know, in their heads, everything is just the way it should be. I never had any problems at all. And if you flash the footage of them actually doing the shit, then they're garbage at it. That is always the case. They're always fucking horrible at the game. They don't know what they're doing. Like, if you ever actually catch them doing it, they're dying left and right. But yet, no, it's a perfect system. I love it. I love it. I love dying. I love dying. It makes me feel so accomplished. I hate people like that. I fucking cannot stand them. They're just people I just cannot get along with. Along with these bargainers, the game bargainers, or whatever you want to call them. Where like the tail cut thing, where I say get rid of the tail cuts, and some people will say, well, no, well, maybe if we just make it so that if you just beat the enemy in a specific way, like if you land a final blow on this specific portion of their body or something. No, do not bargain. Why are you trying to bargain? Like, what value do you recognize in the system that you're like, no, we can't let it go. Please, dear God, no. And most of the people that value, like, the tailcut thing, they don't even use it. They don't want anything from it. They just love the idea of it being there. And you're the one that has to deal with it. Like, they don't have to deal with it. Like, fuck you, right? I don't even need to do this. I'm kind of just doing it for fun. Like, they don't have to deal with it. They just like the idea of it being there in most cases. And I can't wait for some asshole in the comments to be like, no, I get it every time. I get every tailcut on every playthrough, and it's super easy for me. I have no issues with it whatsoever, ever. Because it's so easy, and it's a perfect system, and I'm also that good, and you're just bad. You know, typical video game bullshit. Like, that shit! Like, look at that! Like, they knew! They just fucking knew! Oh no, the Moonlight Great Sword, it's just too special. We can't let players get it easily. And you have to waste all your stamina getting to his goddamn... Look at that! Look at that bullshit! You cannot tell me this is a good system! when you have to run all around his whole goddamn fucking body. And then once you finally get there, he's like, hoo 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 hoo, and his tail just ascends up into heaven. And not only that, it's also an attack that has this huge area of effect because he's swinging his big fucking club tail over the goddamn place. And he's hitting everything. Tail cuts are fucking horrible. It's an obnoxious system. It never needs to come back. It's one of the worst additions to... Like, I don't give a shit about Monster Hunter. Like, I don't have a high opinion of Monster Hunter in the first place. I think Monster Hunter is a shitty-ass franchise. It's mainly just for dumb assholes that love grinding. Really, that's the only value I can see in a game like that. Where you just fetishize dying and grinding and getting bigger numbers. It's just something for people like that. Like, I imagine people that obsess over MMOs probably love Monster Hunter. But anyways, you guys get the idea. I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments who are like, I get so angry when he gets angry at me. And he uses these straw men. Well, you are a straw man. You're a living... living joke of a person. That's me. Most of it is I enjoy making people mad whenever I get mad. Because I know people also have the reaction of, haha, he's mad. So I enjoy also making you mad in the process. Because it's like, oh, you want to see me get dragged down? You're coming down here with me, motherfucker. And I grab you by the boots and pull you under the muck. Like, this is what it feels like. I'm gonna shit on you and you're gonna like it. I get such a blast out of that. I have so much fun whenever I get angry and I get other people angry at me for being angry. Because it legitimizes me. It makes me feel like a lot of people will say, well, you don't deserve to be angry about that. That's silly. But it makes me feel better to know, like, it makes it feel legitimate. Like, well, there's a reason to be angry. Because other people are now angry too. It's a very weird feeling. But I get a lot of fun out of it. Okay, anyways, I'll probably read off another thing. The split damage thing, yeah, I don't have a high opinion of split damage. I think it's just a shitty part of a shitty system. It's one of those things. That's another one of those bargaining things. Like people, I will say, get rid of the system where weapon upgrades don't actually do anything except for just upgrade your damage, and it's just an Excel spreadsheet, blah blah blah. And some people will even try to bargain with that. Well, let's just keep it. It just has minor other effects or whatever. God. Oh, I fucking cannot stand Seath. Oh my god, will you stop spamming that, you dumb bitch? You're such a fucking little coward. What is this still doing here? Do I have to destroy this every... I can't even remember. I usually kill him in one shot because I'm not fucking around. I'm also wearing a light armor build just because you guys got... Oh, how come Freeload's not sexy? I want her to be sexy. So you guys got angry, so I was like, well, whatever, I'll make a fucking quick roll build or whatever. Show off her awesome butt. I'm putting the blame on you. Okay, anyways, where am I? What the fuck is going on? God, this fight is just the worst. Like, it's easy if you actually, like, if you just stack armor or whatever, it's super easy. It requires almost no effort at all. You just face fuck her and she's dead. Her. But yeah, just, if you actually have to deal with all the bullshit, it's just an awful fucking fight. Alright, just use something, I don't care what it is. Giant fucking child. My thing! I want to be crazy! Yeah, I know. Everyone wants to be crazy. I want to be crazy too. And he's doing so much damage to me with one attack that I'm actually having to top off after every single goddamn attack. Ah, this is taking forever. Really? Come on. Man, come on. I'm gonna go for your tail again, asshole. What do you think of that? Oh, you're not happy? Oh, I'll just spin in place like a fucking record player. Don't you dare use that AoE. Use the AoE. What an asshole. But Cthulhu says, rather than nerfing changing iframes, when buffing armor so it is a viable option, work just as well. The way you can have two viable playstyles, unarmored and or mobile or face tank. They did that. It's this game. We're playing it right now. That's what this is. They buffed the shit out of armor from Demon Souls. Will you use an attack already? God, he's so fucking annoying. But that's what this game is. It's the game that has shit tons of armor, where you can just face tank everything. That was the problem. It goes back to the issue of player agency. Whenever you have armor that does all the work for you, then your playstyle ends up having to be nerfed because the player isn't doing anything. They just walk up to enemies with 20 Estus flasks, and they just spam attacks until the thing dies. That was the problem with Dark Souls 1. Because you had this face tank playstyle. No, don't you fucking dare! Oh my god, you cocksucker! You piece of shit! God, I cannot stand you. Dumb little fucking bitch. I'm gonna use this R2 on you, you're gonna like it. Ooh, 1022. I like that. Wow, that does way more damage! I cannot see what's going on. It does an obscene more amount of damage. Maybe that's a different damage type or something. Whatever, just here. Oh my god. Really? I fucking hate this boss fight. He's just a fucking tantrum is what he is. He's just a flailing mass of just shit just flying in every direction. Let me just go down there and face fuck him. I'll just do that. I'm trying to be cute and talk over him and everything. I'm just gonna do the fucking face fucking. Just to get him out of the way, because I'm tired of looking at him. But would buffing armor? No, of course not. Of course that wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because we've already seen it. This is what happens whenever you do that. Because then you have a thing where players just put on armor and then they're done. Because you don't have to do anything. You just put on a shit ton of armor. Have shit tons of poise. Even if you remove poise and you just have shit tons of armor, you still have the same problem. You can't solve a problem that way. In order to have a good defensive system, you have to have something that actually requires player interaction. Like, even if you have a button that is sort of like this, like a backstep, that instead of being a backstep, it's like a, I don't know, like a brace for impact, like using a shield, except it's full body, and you don't require a shield. It's just armor-based. Like, it's a unique ability that certain armors give you or something. You still need to have something that requires a player to do something, to have some form of player agency, or else you're just letting numbers do all the work for you. And as a result, especially if you have something like PvP, then it becomes a huge issue because one group of players requires them to actually do something, like time their attacks, or time their dodges or whatever the system is, so that they're actually mitigating damage through their actual actions. And then you have other players that are just standing there just, duh, duh, grog smash, duh. And that was the problem with Dark Souls 1. You can't do that. That's not a solution. Unless your solution involves the player actually doing something and it requiring feedback and, like, knowledge and, you know, learning enemy movements and whatever. Unless you're actually doing that, then it's not a system that's going to work. It's just lazy, just number crunching. HG Tarantula, which might be misspelled, I'm glancing at the notepad, says, what are your opinions on bows in the Soul series? I love them because I can pick off enemies from a distance. You certainly can. That is pretty much the only purpose of bows in the Souls games. Oh my god, don't you dare use that shit again. You fucking tantrum-throwing child! And he can't roll out of it, so if he chooses to use that, it's just a one-hit kill. I'm just gonna have to not be on his side. I'm gonna have to do the same thing everyone does. Which is, you see him, You stand there until he uses a ranged attack, then you run up to him, use a few attacks, then run backwards to disengage, and just keep repeating it until he's dead. I hear you. Die for me, Magellan. Thanks, Magellan. I cannot stand this boss fight. It's such a shitty boss fight. It's either shit for being incredibly easy, which it usually is, or it's shit for being incredibly obnoxious if you're trying to do anything other than just face tanking. Which goes hand in hand with that last question. Anyways, yeah, bows. Bows have never really worked too well in the Souls games. They probably work the best so far in 3. I tried to use a bow-only run in Dark Souls 3 once. Holy shit. That was the most boring, fucking annoying playthrough I've ever played. Because bows are not really developed enough. And enemies are very transparently designed for just melee encounters only. Like, even magic. Magic has the same sort of problem that bows do, except magic is sort of designed to be so strong that you burst through everything's health so quickly that it's mainly just a game of, can you kill them before you get to you? And if you can't, then you just dodge away from them, and then you just keep using spells until they die. Plus, in Souls games, magic has always been a problem that you can't really use a magic build until you're like halfway through the game anyways. And even then, it doesn't really work that well. So you end up using basic attacks anyway. Like, there are all sorts of problems in how Souls games are made. They're shitty games. But they have always had problems like that. Bows are no exception. Bows have always been used as they're just a pulling device, basically. Oh, you bitch! Using that fucking quick attack. I'm in no mood for that. I even forgot what button traverses the white light. Alright, dumbass, come on. There you go, use your fucking long-range attack. God damn it, that's right. No, come on, I keep forgetting. You have to do this every time. God. Really? Really? An attack that he even missed did 100% of my health in one hit. I'm just gonna have to... You know what? Fuck you guys and your stupid... I always see Frieda's butthole. We had to switch to something magic-based. This was gonna have to happen. I can't help it. I'm not dealing with this. I'm either gonna end up cheating or something. Yeah, put on this shit. Who fucking cares? Is it giving me... No, it's not an updated list. It's just giving me a readout. Yeah, that's what it's doing. Okay. Bet you guys enjoyed this riveting gameplay. But yeah, bows have never really been developed that well. They could be better, that's for sure. One of the core problems with, I guess, bows is that they don't really have anything to differentiate how you move with them. Like, there were some weapon arts, I think, that sort of worked that way, but they required the use of, they required the use of a special gauge in Dark Souls 3 that once you ran out of it, that was pretty much it, unless you just carried around nothing but ash in it. Like, the magic system in 3 is also shitty. That's another thing that they kind of fucked up. I'm trying to think of something that actually looks halfway decent. Actually, I don't think this is going to have that much of an impact in the first place. Just make her look as stupid as possible. How about that? I think that's the best solution to this problem. Just make sure she just looks like a giant... this asshole. Wait, hold on. 321. There we go, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, goodness. But yeah, bows have never really been developed. I don't have a high opinion of them as using them as a primary weapon. I love the idea of bows. I love the idea of doing an archer playthrough. It just doesn't work very well. And it doesn't really work very well just because they were never really developed. This is not going to have much of an effect. It does make me feel better about her looking like a dumbass now. Their big, dumb, brushy feet. Look at her feet. Look like big brushes. Just paint the world with your own blood, Freeland. Can't believe I'm having this much trouble with Seath. Ever so often, usually if I ever have a lot of trouble with Seath, it's with a very low damage build. But I think mainly it's just the fact that I'm just being incredibly irritated right now, and I keep forgetting about that stupid crystal every time I walk in. And I spent most of the time... I also have this problem with when I'm drawing. Whenever I'm drawing something, people see this on stream all the time. If something isn't clicking, like, just right, like, my best drawings are usually whenever I... Like, the first or second primary that I do, like the sketch, in other words, is really good looking, and I just roll with it, and everything works just fine, and everything is just great. The worst ones are whenever I don't get it quite right the first time, so I try again, and that one doesn't... It's something about it doesn't really look quite right, so I make some adjustments, but it makes it look worse. But it still doesn't look quite right, and then I do a third one, and that one doesn't look quite right. And they just get progressively worse, because I start losing my patience, and I start getting angry at the fact that it's not working the way that I want it to. And it gets worse and worse and worse, until eventually, like, I'm just drawing, like, stick figures. They just look like absolute trash. Don't you fucking dare! God, these things are such assholes. This is the true Dark Souls experience. Alright, this time gotta remember to get his dumb fucking crystal that regenerates every time, apparently. But yeah, I really wish that they developed bows a bit more. Some of the special moves that they gave them were the right idea. It's just that they, instead of tying them as being a core mechanic, like, see, this is when you're supposed to get his tail. But... Come on, see? You just can't do it. He doesn't want you to touch his precious tail. If I stand here too long, he's going to do that stupid flailing attack. Alright, there we go. Now he's going to do his big stupid thing. Roar! Baby Seath angry! Roar! Yeah, I don't know, you're so angry. Just do your stupid thing again. Yeah, you're very... How come that one didn't? Whatever. And then you disengage and getting to use a long-range attack again. And you just keep doing it until he's dead. The standard face fuck theory of fighting Seath. Come on, you dumb, blind, dumb fucking asshole. Use your dumb, pathetic attack. Alright, you hit him once to disengage. You just keep doing it over and over again. Really? We're doing this close. You do have to, like, get him away from walls, I guess. Get your tail! Get your tail! I fucking hate the tail cut system. It is the worst. Okay, Deathclaw Slayer says, would having enemy attacks affect other enemies help support the tank playstyle? A common issue I have with shields is that it doesn't really get you out of danger, just delay the damage. Which you are touching on something there, I've mentioned before, is that shields do have the downside of they lock you into place. Which does create a big issue. What the hell's going on? I can't even... Oh, there I am. At least I have that fucking magic damage resistance. It actually was doing a little bit of something. God, this is just the worst. The arena is not really big enough, and his attacks aren't really telegraphed enough, I guess. Plus, I shouldn't be going for 2 hits. I should just be getting 1 and then leaving. Alright, rotate this way. Hey, look, my bloodstain. Oh, he's gonna throw a baby tantrum. Yeah, he's super angry. Ever notice he has dumb, like, little translucent bug wings on his forearms? What a dumb bitch. I fucking hate Seath. He really deserves to be called a bitch this time around. Hit him once, disengage, getting to use a long-range attack, run up, hit him once, and then leave. Come on. Right? No, come on, stupid. Stop walking over to the wall aimlessly. What a boring, horrible fight this is. Shields do have that issue of they lock you into place, so that is one issue. So, in theory, the whole idea with them mitigating damage is fine, but they do have that restriction, so there's no real way of dealing with more than one enemies. Ugh. How's it feel, Seath, you stupid fucking bitch? Okay, wait, what did they give me? It gave me something, I don't know. Those clams are gonna be super fucking angry. Did they actually give me the ember? I couldn't see because I mashed through it too quickly. Very large ember. Wait. Which one did I get? I didn't give that to him yet, did I? Hold on. I'm gonna check just to be absolutely safe. Large ember. Appears after Seath's Scalus has been defeated. In the room with... Huh. I should have gotten it. Appears after he's been defeated. Do I have to rezone? Because this is the one that we got earlier, I'm pretty sure. Because I haven't given him anything. That's where the sheet says that he is. So maybe I do have to rezone. Let's try that. Oh god. Hold on. Yeah, I can do it this way. Hold on. I'll warp somewhere else and then outside of the area, in other words, and then I will just bone back and I'll be taken right here. I can't remember if this is actually a warp point as far as the warp system is concerned, which is another weird thing about the warp system. But do I think that allowing enemies to hit one another would kind of resolve that? It would do something. It would probably make the game a bit too easy. In some circumstances. It seems like there was one item or something in here. It says that it appears after he was defeated, but... I didn't get anything from it. But if you're not in the know, the thing that was keeping me from using any weapon that I wanted was that I didn't have access to the large ember and the very large ember. Both of them. And both of them were in the Duke's Archives, which is why we did this one first. Well, there's my bloodstain. And it says that it appears after he was defeated. But I didn't actually see it show up. So that's going to present a minor problem. Actually, hold on. Let me make absolutely sure. Okay, very large ember. Yeah, the Duke's Archives. In the Duke's Archives, in the corner of the grounds near the bonfire balcony, is the very large ember, which we picked up last episode. Large ember. Don't you fucking do that to me. Large ember. Duke's Archives. In the room with the... Oh, wait. He must mean... Okay. Yeah, he's talking about the... That wasn't really specified that well. Actually, let me level up. He's talking about Logan. He's talking about where Logan is after he's gone crazy. That's what he's talking about. Has nothing to do with this area. Wait. I thought I had a soul. I do. Okay, yeah, here we go. I wanted to level up while I was thinking about it. And she is such a stupid-looking asshole right now. I love it. It's fantastic. Okay, haven't leveled up in a long time. Alright, let's go to the Duke's Archives, even though we're already there. Come on now. There we go. Alright, but as far as that goes, making Stacking more enemies. It would definitely force the developers to not place more than one enemy inside of an area, because it would be too easy to just... It would be too easy to see an enemy and then just backpedal away from them. And they would naturally... Or circle. Like, if you circle it, it would have the same effect. That's actually a standard sword fighting practice. If you're fighting a group of enemies, and you can even do this in a video game, what you're supposed to do is keep them in sight and sort of rotate in a circle, and that will naturally force them to file into a single line. There we go.
Stay clear of my work. Curses upon you. How dare you disturb me?
So smart.
Who are you? Stay clear.
Okay. Alright, he's ready to go batshit crazy. But I have to rest, get him to possibly despawn. Sometimes he will, sometimes he won't. Because sometimes even if you rest at the bonfire and reset him, you'll walk back over there and he'll still be crazy and he'll still be unwilling to move. And you kind of just have to, like, rezone entirely and then come back to the Duke's Archives later. Yeah, see, he's still there. Still being a fucking asshole. Okay, but it would do something, but I don't think it would have the effect that you actually want it to have. It would definitely make the game much easier as far as handling basic enemies goes. Let me just warp. Doesn't matter where. Come on. I think it would actually have sort of the opposite effect that you want it to have. So I don't think that's a very good solution now. It would be kind of interesting in a way. It would be a completely different kind of game that you would have to make. I'm not sure what the actual repercussions of it would actually be. Because if you made a game in which all the enemies can hit one another, it would either have to be a game in which you're fighting primarily one enemy at a time, because developers know, well, we just can't do that because the enemies would stand no chance because they're just too stupid. Like, there would be no way of actually dealing with it. That's where you're gonna hit. It's like the archer was signaling to him. This is where you need to go. Alright, see, you have to rezone completely. It's stupid. Alright, so now we have to go over here and do the thing and get to the guy. It's not going to be this side, it's going to be the other side. Which means that we have to get through these assholes. Great. What if I can just roll past him? Of course not. No, why would that be the case? Why would that ever be the case? But to cover all the things that we've been talking about... Oh, God, you fucking obnoxious little pricks. I hate the Duke's Archives. It's just annoying the zone, is what it is. Like, that's its only purpose, just to be annoying. Where the hell... I can't even remember how they even... Get out of the way! Shit, I can't do that. I forgot. Just trying to get out of the way of that fucking magic. Oh, for God's sakes. How the hell do I get over there? I can't even remember. Oh, wait, there's a single bookshelf on the right? God, I fucking hate this. What do you want?
Oh, hello again. We're both managing quite well.
Yeah, we are.
I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen
Yeah,
him?
sweetie, I've seen your father. I don't remember where he is, but
And I must be
as far as the game is concerned, I have.
He's caused you trouble.
It's probably Blighttown. Yeah, he's something.
Just stay put.
Yeah, I wish he would too. Got anything? Actually, hold on.
Really? And I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. You have enough
Okay,
for
that's all
that.
she says. Good. Oh, these fucking jumping. Oh, god damn! I'm just not in the fucking mood for that. Like, I legitimate. Like, I'm not even like in. For some, it's not even a big deal. But I'm just so. I'm like fucking angry now. Just because of how fucking obnoxious this zone is. I'm so done with it. Like, everything, like, even like this, they just put enemies in the way so that you can't get past them. the only purpose of them being there is just to be fucking annoying. We're body, you can't get through the door. We're cuties. And that's the only reason why they're there. Just everything about this entire zone is just designed to be as annoying as possible. There's different kinds of difficulty, I guess. No, fuck off. Dumb fucking dickwad. Look at that. Has iframes from that. He just gets free shit. Just for showing up. I don't even remember this the right way. Fuck off. Fuck off. This should be a protected area. Oh my god. Oh my god. I fucking hate you guys so much. Move! Oh my god, I hate this fucking area so much. I hate it. It's the worst. Get out of here. Okay, where the hell am I? This is there. I probably could have just gone up the... This doesn't even go... God damn it, I thought this was the right location. It's not. This doesn't go over there. Is the one above... Get out of here. Go away, just please, everything die. No, you can't go there. That guy's over there. I cannot remember how they get through this fucking place. Move, roll, you dumb... Ugh! It's the fucking worst. I can't stand being in this place. I hate the Duke's Archives. I fucking hate it. Move! Like, everything's just placed in just the most annoying fucking location. How do... And then I have to go down here? Oh my god, how do I... Oh, how... Oh! I can't just roll down either. Oh my god. This is just the worst. I hate that. A chest is here? That I never got? I remember this. RP, okay. Alright. Good for me. I'm having such a good time now. Oh my god. Just, do I... Yeah, I see you. Yes, you're buffed with shit tons of damage. Because there's like a million goddamn channelers. Come on, fire. Come on. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not flying in mid... Oh my god, he gets iframes from that. And let me guess, you're gonna... Oh, you're actually gonna stay. Well, good for you. You were brave. You were so brave. Okay, how do I get down here? I need to get down to the bottom fucking floor, and I can't remember how to do it. Do I just go down the stairs? Of course, this stupid asshole. God, I'm gonna hope you guys are enjoying this fucking shit. Do I just fall off the edge? Oh my god, there's a fucking channeler over there too. May as well get rid of this dumb fucking... Oh my god. Christ almighty. Does everything have to be this way? Like, words cannot express how much disdain I have for this area. Do you just go over here? Please don't be done with that by the time I get here. Oh my god. If everything wasn't taking off almost all my health with... I don't even care about commentary, no. This isn't entertaining, but I do not care. This is being done now. I'm not stopping the episode or anything. And now this thing isn't turned, so it wouldn't matter anyways. I would just go up. How do I get down? How do I get down from this fucking area? Do I just fall off? Oh my god. Just fall off here. I have no idea how that I'm actually supposed to get down. I do not care. I should have just gone to fucking... I really just feel like saying absolutely nothing for the rest of the episode. I'm going to have to go through Orlando. I don't even remember how I even got... Game crashed. Hey, it's fine, guys. Everything's just fine. Look here. I relaunched the game, and there was an item here just for me for some reason. Look at that. It's the item that I should have gotten from Seath's fucking tail cut. How nice of him to leave it here for me. Wasn't it? What a nice guy, that Seath. Let's go back through Orlando. Back through the fucking entrance, because that's the safest goddamn way to get up to the fucking room where he is. Christ. Like, it's been a while. I had to re-enable everything, right? But I'm still fucking angry. Let me guess. Yeah, them too. Why not? Why not? God. Just the fucking worst. Don't you fucking dare run after me. Long-ass fucking sweeping attacks. You can tell... if you ever wonder what... I know it's a video game, but how come the enemies don't attack you when they see you? That's why. That's the answer for pretty much every video game that's ever been made. Because if that weren't the case, every single game would just have to be like this narrow corridors and nothing but that to keep enemies from seeing you. Because if you don't do that, you get accosted by many, many large men who are always very angry about everything. You know what? I tell you what. I promised that I would cheat hard later in this playthrough, just for the hell of it. And already, like I've mentioned this many times before, but the aggression mod that I used increases enemy damage because the guy that made it apparently is an idiot and doesn't understand what an aggression mod... I hate it whenever people do that. Like, whenever you download a mod pack or, you know, some sort of content of some sort that someone made, it's like, here's the thing that you want, but also it includes me as a playable character, or, you know, some stupid shit like that. That obviously they wanted, but you have no interest in whatsoever, and they just couldn't be bothered to package them separately. I cannot stand it when people do... Anyways, the aggression mod raises enemy damage. The Gravelord shit raises enemy damage. The fact that I'm recoloring them raises their enemy damage as well. So that's the reason why that we're carrying around 99 self-humanity and we're at level 106. And I promised eventually I would cheat super hard. Did I rest at that fucking bonfire? I can't even remember what I just did. I would promise that I would cheat super hard. Just because, right? Because fuck it. Fuck it. I've already played the game once. Fuck it. Fuck me. So, do you guys want me to start doing that now? Do you want this later? Do you want it in front of the kiln? Do you care? I will leave these options and more open to you, good viewer. Move. Oh yeah, I didn't re-enable the Gravelord shit. I wonder why everything isn't red. So there's Gravelords, but you can't see them, so their damage is not as high as it could have been. Oh my god. That would have one-shot it. Oh my god, will you please come? I hate this place so much. I hate the Duke's Archives. With this shit, I cannot imagine. Let's, you know, fuck it. Let's turn on the Gravelord mods. Let's do it. Where are they? Give me more. Give me more. No, I want it. It's great. I want all of it. Enable the Gravelord. Just give me more of them. And all enemies are also Gravelords. Yes, enable that. Good. Everything is as it should be. I like it this way. I like this. At least now the fucking elevator is there. which apparently takes like 20 seconds or 30 seconds to get down to the fucking ground level. I guess it's my fault. I should have had the foreknowledge whenever 2 months ago, whenever I was recording me going up to Seath's room in the first place. I should have known that eventually, one day, I would want to come back down, and I should have made the elevator go back down. It's my fault. Hello, Gravelords. I wanted you here. This is my decision. You have no power over me. Because I wanted this. You have absolutely no strength now. Because this is my decision. I wanted every modicum of this misery. Everything is mine now. Everything. Oh yeah. Just pull the arrow out of my ass. You have no strength now, dumb bitches. Oh. Ugh. We're almost done. Almost done with the fucking episode. Logan's up here, and even though he's crazy, he hasn't gone hollow. Solaire and him. Misconception. They do not go hollow. They're just crazy. And I showed this off in my prior playthrough, but he does not have hollowed out jerky skin. He's just nuts. And I could put on the fucking fog ring. Although, with the aggression mod on, he would notice me anyway, so it doesn't matter. How much you want to bet this guy, he shits me. He one-shot kills me or something with his fucking magic. Just everything that could go wrong is going wrong. But say he's human. He's just a dirty human with a big hairy chest and a treasure trail. He's a fucking treasure trail leading down to his dirty loincloth. But yeah, he's just crazy. But he's smart. Because intelligence, magic. So smart. Let's see how smart he is. Hey, ain't that smart. That's not a very good spell, I have to say. You can see why Magic Hat has always had some problems in PvP. Its tracking just isn't very good because it can't be good if you're gonna have an ability that has shit tons of damage. Alright, Sorcerer Wide Dragon Breath. Big Hat, thank God. Let's put that shit on right fucking now. I gotta get me some Big Hat. For big gameplay. For big archives. Big Hat. And fuck the rest of this shit. No. Why do I need this? Why would I need any of this? All I need is Big Hat. Big Hat for big ladies. And let's put on a fucking pick. How did I get these pickaxes? I don't remember. Pickaxe. Pickaxe for big ladies with big hats. Hell yeah. We're mining for large flame embers. Is there anything else in this fucking room? I can't remember. Let's explore the room for the hell of it. So that we can go out at a big finale of shit. Look at how fucking garbage this room is. What was he doing in here? No. What was he doing? I've been working on the railroad. What was he doing in here? How did he get here? I think I've even said this before in the other one. He didn't go in through the roof because there's still a roof there. And there's like light. Maybe they're trying to imply that there's a skylight, but there isn't one. How did he get in here? There's a window. There's a window over there. Did he squeeze through the window? Did they like build the tower and then build the room around him afterwards? After the fact? How did he get in here? And even after maybe like no, I just saw the roof. It was made of something. I was about to say maybe the roof was open and he sealed up the roof with magic shit. But that's not the case. Just ignoring that for a second. He got in here somehow, right? There's nothing up here good. No, wait, there it is. There it is. I knew there was going to be something. He got in here somehow, whatever. Why was he breathing magic crystals all over the room? What the fuck is wrong with him? This is just the shittest place. I fucking hate this garbage fucking building. This library of shitty knowledge that makes dumbasses go insane. This better not be the fucking large ember. It's a large ember. Well, so much for that finale. What's that? What's in the chest then? Okay, whatever's in that chest. Whatever's in that chest had better be the most amazing thing ever, or it had better be garbage. It had better be like a soul of a nameless frog or something. I don't care. Just, it better be either garbage or amazing. If it's anything like at the midpoint, just fuck it. Fuck it. But yeah, last thing, do you guys want me to become even huger? Like, what level do you want me at next episode? It's not going to be 106. Not for this shit. It might be 107. I don't know. It could be 255. It could be 800. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want from me? Huh? Hold on. Let me get it for me. What do you want from me? Like, if you position it just right, it almost looks like Freeland has like a mustache. What do you want from me, good sir? Okay. Big Hat Freeland is on the move for this chest. What's in the chest? It'd be funny if it was a mimic. Pillage treasure chest? Big Hat Freeland says yes. Big Hat Freeland wants the chest.